This video is a short introduction to Autosimply Company Limited. Thank you for taking the time to check out our products. Autosimply is a Sage 300 ERP developer partner. We were established in 2005 and is currently based out of Hong Kong. As our name suggests, our vision is to provide simple solutions for Sage 300, also known formerly as Sage ACPAC ERP. We are primarily focused on the manufacturing and planning vertical. All our products are developed using 100% Sage ACPAC SDK. As of 2012, we have deployed our solution to more than 180 sites worldwide. We currently maintain a support office out of the Philippines. Our products cater to both manufacturing and trading companies. Under the manufacturing suite, we have 4 modules. The core module is the manufacturing module, or MF for short. We can choose to add the production planning module, the manufacturing lot serial add-on, and the shop floor control module on top of MF. For trading companies, we have the purchase planning module. Why choose Autosimply? First and foremost, we offer a single integrated solution for Sage 300. Autosimply is fully built into Sage 300. We have exactly the same look and feel. By fully using IC, we offer a simple inventory control and costing solution. Our lot and serial add-on module is fully built into the IC lot serial module. All purchase transactions will be in the purchase order module of Sage 300. All sales transaction is still in the order entry module. We also don't have separate user licenses or LAN packs, as Sage calls it. Let's start off with the Sage 300 manufacturing. As shown in this slide, our manufacturing suite is deployed on top of the core modules of Sage 300. Clients have the option to add additional modules as needed. For prerequisites, our solution requires the Sage 300 version 5.3 or up. We need the inventory control module, the order entry module, and the purchase order module of Sage 300. We support all editions of Sage 300. And in terms of data platform, we support both Microsoft SQL Server and Pervasive SQL. Here is a screenshot of the manufacturing order module. Notice how we look and feel the same as Sage 300. Autosimply manufacturing allows for unlimited number of production areas. We have a detailed bill of manufacturing where we can define operations with material requirements and resources. Costing is determined by the Sage 300 inventory control module. This means we can support FIFO, LIFO, standard, or average costing for the raw materials. MF provides for a full step-by-step processing of manufacturing orders, or MOs, as we call it. It also allows for backflushing and just-in-time processing as needed. Here is a visual representation of the MF bill of manufacturing. Notice the distinct operations, the components, and resources that goes with them. Resources can be of labor and overhead types. Here we have a screenshot of the bill of material table of MF. Notice how in the operation tab, we can define the step-by-step operations needed to produce this product. Each operation is linked to a work center where we can have setup time and run times, as well as resources needed. In the component tab, you can see that we can define the raw materials needed to produce this product. Notice how each component is linked to the operation, the quantity needed, as well as the source location from which it is sourced. Here we can see the steps involved in MO processing. Planners or supervisors create MOs to start production. Materials are then issued out of IC locations. If needed, materials can be returned. Users have the option to track consumption and scrapping of work in progress. Eventually, the product is produced and received into the IC location. MO is then closed for costing. Here is a screenshot of the MO transactions under the MF module. In the MO entry screen, the planner or supervisor can select which product to produce, how many, using which BOM, when it is due, as well as which production area will be involved. In the MO issuance window, user can then select which MOs, which operations to process, and then indicate the quantity actually issued out of IC location. If necessary, user can also allocate the lot or serial numbers of the components as needed. This is working in conjunction with the IC lot and serial tracking module. In the MO receipt window, we can see that the user can then indicate how much has been produced for the main product or, if necessary, for the co-products. These slides illustrate the MO options for the user. We can choose to use the full MO process where we can have 3 to 5 steps. By using the MO backflush option, we can then reduce this to 2 steps. With JIT or Kanban processing, we can actually reduce it to just 1 step. Let us now go into materials planning for Sage 300 ERP. For this video, we will highlight the purchase planning module. Notice how the purchase planning module is added on top of the core modules of Sage 300 ERP. Autosimply planning allows us to define unlimited number of planning networks. Planning considers sales forecasts together with sales orders defined in OE. We can also define item planning parameters such as minimum stock, minimum order. We can consider IC or MF BOMs, and as well as IC kits. Based on the planning run, we can then generate requests using the PO requisition function. Purchase planning involves sales planning, material requirements planning, and MRP plan execution. In sales planning, top management basically decides how much we want to sell. This comes out in the form of sales forecasts. In the MRP step, demand and supply situation is analyzed by the system and then determines how much needs to be purchased or manufactured. The main output is then a purchase advice report. In the MRP plan execution stage, purchase advices are then converted into actual PO requisitions for processing. Here is a screenshot of the purchase planning module. Notice how it has the same look and feel as Sage 300. In demand planning, the purchase planning module will consider sales forecasts, sales orders, IC BOM and kit requirements, as well as the minimum stock requirements for each item. In supply planning, purchase planning will consider what is currently on hand in inventory control, purchase requisitions in PO, as well as actual purchase orders in the purchase order module. In the planning module, we can define item planning parameters in terms of order type, schedule, order quantity, and lead time. In terms of order type, we can determine if an item is to be purchased by default or manufactured by default. In terms of schedule, we can define weekly, monthly, odd or even weeks. In terms of order quantity, we can define minimum stocks, minimum orders, as well as an order multiple. In terms of lead time, we can then have purchase lead time and manufacturing lead time for manufactured items. Here is a screenshot of the purchase planning item planning table. In the planning run window, user can select the network, the plan record, as well as forecast batch and calendar to use. Notice how we have several options in terms of running the plan. User can choose to include or exclude stock, PO, BOM, PR, SO information, or kits as needed. After generating the MRP plan, the IP detailed inquiry allows us to look at the detailed plan for each item. Notice how the screen shows us the demand-supply situation in terms of SOs, POs, kits, as well as determine which are the parent items for the demand. In the Purchase Planning Available to Promise window, the user can see the available to promise quantities for each item on a weekly or monthly basis. Finally, in the Generate PR window, planners can then convert purchase advices into actual purchase requests. Notice how the user can determine a date range, buyer or item range to extract data. User can then have an option to select which particular order they want to generate. User can edit quantities, dates as needed. That concludes our video presentation for Autosimply. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions or clarification. Once again, thank you and